You are listening to the Tricorder Transmissions and 5-Year Mission, Episode 4. And now, here are Craig and Jeff.
This girl, we got messed up out there on the edge where it gets rough. We had all gone out to try and find out why the other people had just given up. Me and this girl,
welcome to the fourth installment of What Are Little Songs Made Of? This is the series where Tricorder Transmission sits down with the members of 5-Year Mission to discuss their music in depth. And on this episode, we will be discussing the fourth track on the Year One album, and that's the track about the second pilot for the original series, Where No Man Has Gone Before. I found this one very interesting because you kind of wrote it from the perspective of Gary Mitchell, and the song ends, I guess, with the last thing that happens in Gary Mitchell's life, right?
Right, which is tragic. Rocks crumbling down from a mountain to crush him and bury him in a shallow grave.
We've tried to reproduce that as much as possible.
Yeah,
live.
This
on the album.
This song marks a pretty big controversy that turned into a decision that we. I wouldn't say it's a big controversy, but it turned into a decision that needed to be made at that point in time. And
it was a very big discussion for that couple of days.
Couple of days. That's what I mean. And if we have discussions that last a couple of days, then
it's serious.
Well, because
what was the controversy, Noah?
The controversy was the first line wasn't initially on the demo, even, right? It's not. Not me and this girl got messed up. Instead, it's me and this girl got fucked up.
Oh.
And I fought hard to keep it because I really firmly was like, artistic license. That's what I want to do.
What are you, Tipper? I was really for it just because it was such a great opening line.
Yeah,
it was a good opening line.
Yeah. And I still do it live every chance I get. If
but
it's not in all
what was the
major
reason
show.
why we didn't ultimately use it? Yeah.
Well, I think we knew that we needed to
keep it family friendly.
Keep it.
Well, it wasn't only that. Ultimately, we decided
Chris was the biggest person
for this.
Against it.
It wasn't about censoring.
Chris is a voice of reason. When he needs.
When I need to be. The thought process for me was that we were writing songs to honor this show from the 60s. And in the 60s, not only would you never hear that, but also the characters. You would never hear anything like that from one of the characters. So I kind of felt like it was best to avoid. I mean, later in the song you say shit.
Right.
Yeah.
We compromised.
Yeah, we compromised on that.
We kept the shit in there because it's not quite as noticeable.
Yeah, but we try to keep it as close as...
We decided our rule, we had to come up with a rule to make ourselves happy, and the rule was if they say it in any Star Trek episode or movie, it's fair game.
So that pretty much freed up all of the ass kicking,
right?
Yes.
And all of the goddams and all of the...
Everything else.
And thanks to Brent Spiner, that freed up shit for Noah to put
all the colorful metaphors.
Who's going to be the first one to work double dumbass on you into a song?
Oh, I was just thinking about that. Yeah. Someone needs to.
Yeah, it's a good thing you expanded past the original series because I think the harshest word used in that series was hell, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just a damn.
they might have. Or
Bones
Shirley
did,
Bones
sure.
did.
Yeah,
Shirley
I think
Bones
they
did.
said damn.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Jim.
Damn it.
We just wanted to be be as true to the material as possible,
Sure.
and it just didn't feel right
Well,
as
and-
far as I was
And,
concerned.
and now, after having some hindsight on it, there's been plenty of opportunities where I think I would have been, I would have been a bit embarrassed had I kept
changed it.
had I not changed it
Yeah.
for many people and many fans who and kids and
Yeah, that's a good-
because we've had a lot
good
we've had a
point.
lot
Yeah.
more of a younger fan base than I ever intended. I mean, and again, all this
Parents with small children.
and kid
too,
parents,
so-
yeah.
And what's funny is most of them say that they don't care.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't care if it had it in there. They play for their kids anyway. But we're a little more considerate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, like Noah mentioned, we wanted to be family friendly. It's not necessarily even that. It's just that we want to be as accessible as possible. And if that, I mean, good or bad, you're limiting yourself when you if you throw that in there.
Yeah.
So it didn't ever hurt us to have it out, but it could have hurt us to leave it in. So that was ultimately how
The hard decision that had to be made. Yeah.
There's pretty much been a very similar discussion on each of our albums.
Yeah.
For various songs.
Yeah.
This was the biggest one that we made that decision on, but I know
Well, it
that
set a precedent too.
Well, in your trouble with Tribbles,
Yeah.
your Beastie Boys style trouble
Yeah.
with Tribbles. I mean,
there's some pissing.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little blue
Yeah.
in parts.
Which is why we censored my verses.
Right.
right.
And I remember Chris had a very similar argument when I wanted to say "kick his ass" 32 times in a song.
No, I relented on that pretty. But still, we'll be at a convention and we have we have songs playing on a laptop and we have speakers or a TV now. But
If there's kids at the table and that one comes on, you skip it.
Yeah, we always skip
Yeah,
it. We always
I
turn
do
it down.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, and we also won't perform Arena live if there's small children in the room.
Yeah, I mean, artistic. You can cry artistic integrity all you want, but in the end, you gotta have some kind of commercial value, and if you're not conscious of that, then the people that may have really liked you, whether right or wrong, they may have really liked you, and then they hear something that offends them, then they're not even going to give you a chance.
Yeah.
So it's better just to
Play it safe.
hedge your bets, play it safe, and you still get a great product out there.
One of my memories of Where No Man Has Gone Before is when Noah sent out the demo for the first time. The first time I ever heard it, I listened to it all the way through, and then I thought about it for a moment, and then I played it again, and then I was like, oh, crap. I'm going to have to step up my game. Because that song kind of blew the rest of them out of the water. Like, it was just suddenly...
It's kind of the epic on year one.
Yeah, it was suddenly, like, serious and good.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, like, just fun. It was
wasn't
like...
kishy or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like filk music. It was like...
It's one of
inspired
it was a
original
deep
music.
song, yeah.
it's one of my favorites of my
definitely.
own, and
Yeah,
it's one I love to do live. We didn't do it
That's
live
one where
for
I
a
get to do the
long
keyboard jump
time,
live.
but I really like to do that one live.
Yeah, if we ever have Little Girls or Man Trap on the set list, Noah will argue about switching it for No Man.
Yep. That's one of the few songs where if you see us live, you can see all five of us just rocking it.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that a little blue. Yeah, you can see us all just really into it. There's lots of songs where we get into it, but usually you'll see one person like concentrating on their part. But this one, you can see us all just really into it.
You guys saw us play it live in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
We did.
So
Its only downfall is that it's probably like a double verse too long.
only Noah will think that. Every song, no matter who writes it, including Noah, when it comes time to start recording, he'll say, "Why don't we cut a verse out?"
Goes for 4 minutes. It's too long.
Yeah.
It should be 3
I
minutes.
do. I'm
No
ve-
more.
I'm
No one loves when I
pretty-
bring in my
I
7-minute
subscribe
songs.
to the 3-minute pop song.
Yeah, I'm mad at myself when the song goes over 4 minutes, but it happens. It happens many, many times. But I'm just know that I'm always secretly a little upset with myself.
I have recorded demos before and then sped them up so they would be 4 minutes so that Noah would like it.
So, guys, any closing thoughts on Where No Man Has Gone Before?
No, man.
No, it's a weird episode because it being, what was it, the second pilot sort of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have different uniforms.
and they don't Bones isn't in it, and
Right.
different uniforms, and it's
Sulu's not a pilot.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of weird, but sometimes it's those weird episodes that produce the better
The magics.
the magic songs. Yeah.
It's one of the episodes that Craig and I were both divided on the essential nature of. So,
How can you be divided on that, man? It's the first one.
well, I'll tell that to Craig. And that about wraps it up for the 4th episode of What Are Little Songs Made Of. Thanks again for joining us. And as always, thanks for your feedback on Facebook and other social media. We'd love to hear from all you guys. And we've had some really great discussions about the previous few episodes. So we're looking forward to talking to you all again. And we will be back with a regular episode of the Tricorder Transmissions this coming Sunday. It'll be a commentary track as usual. And next Wednesday will be the 5th installment of What Are Little Songs Made Of. Take it easy, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Mourning the death of an old friend. He just couldn't keep up with me. You and her are pretending, so this is your ending.